Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man. The Boxing Writers Association of America names Floyd Mayweather their fighter of the decade. And let's talk about that. And let's talk about his response. And he did react to it. But we back, Goodfella Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. We're going to just chop it up first about what he said. So he reacted. I linked the article from Boxing Scene. And he said, thank you to the Boxing Writers Association of America for voting me fighter of the decade. Mayweather said in a statement, I'm honored to be recognized by the media who covered my career throughout its many decades. Boxing has been part of my life since I was 2 years old, and I dedicated my life to it and gave it my all. I trained hard, showed up for every one of my fights, and did my job successfully each and every time. To retire undefeated and achieve what I did in the sport is only a gift to myself, but to the fans and most importantly, my team and family. I certainly didn't do it alone, and I appreciate anyone who played a part in it. Hard work and dedication, something I did for my entire career. I'm grateful and humbled by this honor. Thank you so much. And he said Alvarez was Mayweather's biggest threat in the voting. At the end of the day, people say, well, last time he fought was, in 2015. You know what I'm saying? He only fought in 2015. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say, man. But they don't count the Conor McGregor fight. But, everybody else trying to cross over and fight an MMA fighter. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they owe Floyd Mayweather fighter of the decade from last decade. And that's what y'all got to look at. Manny Pacquiao was no shape, form, fashion the fighter of the decade from 2000 to 2009. You can make an argument that Floyd was fighter of the decade for the last couple decades, the last 2 decades, because his impact on boxing, not just what he did in the ring, but his impact on boxing. All right. Show me where Manny Pacquiao has the influence over boxers. Other than them still waiting around to fight Manny Pacquiao, that's it. Had Floyd Mayweather, still been active, they'd still be chasing after Floyd. They wouldn't be chasing after Manny. But to look at his influence, who started A side, B side? That was him. Remember when he talked about fighting Oscar De La Hoya and how Oscar was the A side? All he did was choose his trunks and show up to the fight. Oscar chose the ring size. Oscar chose the glove size. Oscar chose his gloves. He started that A side, B side stuff. Who started who integrated, business talking boxing? Floyd Mayweather. Who glorified making boxing about money? Floyd Mayweather. Who these fighters trying to mimic and marinate their fights after? Floyd Mayweather. Too bad they wasn't old enough, or they ignored the fact that he was Pretty Boy Floyd, that he earned the right to choose his fights. Just as Manny Pacquiao, Marquez, McGill, Cotto, the list goes on and on. Sugar Ray Leonard, they put enough work in the beginning of their career to pick their fights. They earned that right. But everything about boxing, Floyd Mayweather's imprint on boxing more than any other fighter. How Canelo Alvarez moving just like Floyd Mayweather? How Earl Spence moving just like Floyd Mayweather? Look no further. Who is Manny Pacquiao working for? He working for Floyd Mayweather now. He crossed the street, he working for Floyd. So let's just talk about the impact first before we get into the resume. The impact of what he's done. Then you talk about the popularity, it's there. Name who got better numbers. He got the pay-per-view record, the number 1 and 2 highest selling pay-per-views in boxing in this decade. Last decade, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? He is the most influential boxer of his era. Everybody chasing him. Everybody mimic after him. Everybody talking about money like him. His imprint is on his body. All these dudes ducking and picking and choosing their fights like Money Mayweather. So before, people say, well, he only fought since 2015. At the end of the day, people say Manny Pacquiao. He lost 4 times in a decade. You think Floyd Mayweather will ever lose to Jeff Horn? In Australia, Mars, Venus, Saturn, Canada, Vegas, Florida, Afghanistan, Ghana, Egypt. No, he ain't losing to him on nowhere. Timothy Bradley. He ain't losing to Timothy Bradley neither. It ain't even going to be close enough for them to rob Floyd Mayweather. Did Marquez come close to stopping him? No. Marquez iced him. Iced him. And then Floyd Mayweather beat him. So how can Manny Pacquiao be the fighter of the decade and he lost to Floyd Mayweather? How? And for Canelo Alvarez to be the biggest threat to him, before I get to the nitty gritty, look at his whole career. He ain't never won a top fight convincingly. Never won a top fight convincingly. Austin Trout struggled. Care what y'all say. They did open scoring to bother Austin Trout. Struggled. Lara, a lot of people said he lost. Golovkin twice. A lot of people say he lost. He didn't beat Danny Jacobs in spectacular fashion. Miguel Cotto, people said that was questionable. He struggled with an old Cotto. Didn't get an old Cotto out of there. So look at his resume. His resume, he don't have one clear big victory versus nobody young. Or some of the older guys. Come on, man. This big victories came over an old Kirkland and Gulo. And Gulo was sitting in jail. Kirkland had been through the wars. Amir Khan, a welterweight. He made him come all the way up to 55. So where's these big victories for Canelo at? Then the failed drug test. Then Floyd accused him of cheating before they fought in 2013, 14. And then, I ain't never seen a fighter of the decade. I've probably some been knocked out, knocked down. But I ain't never seen a fighter of the decade get outpointed. And they supposed to be, the best. He lost get swept. He lost every round to Floyd Mayweather. How's that your fighter of the decade? You lose every round. Every round. People act like it didn't happen. Well, Canelo was young, and I ain't trying to hear that. Oh, they too old. They too young. No, he lost every round. I said it again. He lost every round to Floyd Mayweather Jr. And how is he your fighter of the decade? Every round. Pacquiao got pieced up. He lost. So you gonna put that over another man? And part of it, once again, was the fact that Floyd Mayweather was gypped out of fighter of the decade last decade. They gave it to Pacquiao. You look at last decade, Pacquiao, Claudy. You heard Claudy go over to Africa, said he was paid off to take a dive. He drained Cotto. He fought Oscar De La Hoya after the Floyd. He drained him. Mayweather knocked out Ricky Hatton. Then he fought him. He struggled with Marquez several times a decade before that. Come on, how's that the fighter of the decade? He lost to Morales. Come on, man. Like I said before, man, this is them making up for not giving Floyd fighter of the decade last year. They always what the boxing writers do and what the other do in boxing. They so tired of blacks dominating the sport of boxing that they curve the scale. So if a Mexican do anything remotely close, a British fighter do anything remotely close, or somebody else in that other than the other, somebody other than the brother, do something kind of fantastic, they want to amplify what they done. You look at the best fighters of all time, most of them black. So when the last time, come on, they say Canelo pound for pound number one. No, he not. Canelo not the best fighter in the world. He may be popular, but when did he stop somebody in the top fight? When has he clearly won the top fight? He hasn't. He hasn't. It's always controversy around his fight. He don't knock out nobody of importance. He don't hurt nobody of importance. He paying people to take dives, allegedly. So how? He failed the drug test. He failed the drug test. And this is the fighter of the decade with controversy. No marquee knockouts over big name opponents. No clear domination over big name opponents. Come on, man. Get out of here. No pay-per-view records. Your average American, boxer writer of America, not boxer writer of Mexico. Average American don't even know who Canelo is if it wasn't for Floyd. Your average American that's not Hispanic not paying for Canelo pay-per-view. They not even paying $20 20 ball for him at the zone. They not even playing for him on the zone. If Floyd Mayweather went to the zone and was fighting, I guarantee you more, they have way more subs. At least for the month Floyd fought in, or the months he fought in. But like I said, Floyd deserves it. Just off the last year, he the fighter of the last 20 years, in my opinion. Now, if you're going by the age scale, now for the fighter of the decade, in my opinion, it was Andre Ward or Floyd Mayweather. Either one. I picked Floyd, but it could have been either one. Ward just didn't have the hot sauce on top of it. Ward just didn't have the popularity is the problem. That's the problem. Ward didn't have the popularity. You know, but you talking about Floyd Mayweather being gypped last decade and, you know, not getting what he did. But, yeah, you look what he did. Pay-per-view records. You want to say Pacquiao, Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? He whooped on Canelo Alvarez. Come on. He beat the two guys that's ahead of him. The only guy he can't beat is Andre Ward because he's bigger. You know, you can just go through his resume. He did it. You know, he gave a rematch to Marcos Maidana. Beat up on Robert Guerrero. Beat up on Victor Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. Not because somebody had done more in this decade and snatched it from him, yeah. But these dudes they just sit around waiting and don't fight it active enough. And then you look at also the other impact Floyd Mayweather had. Before Floyd Mayweather started fighting once, twice a year, these dudes was fighting 3, 4, 5 times a year, something like that. Floyd Mayweather not got these dudes fighting once or twice a year. Floyd Mayweather put money in boxing. Him and Al Heyman. Come on, man. This is a Floyd. These boxers, they want to walk like Floyd, talk like Floyd, be like Floyd. They still mimicking after Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Before Floyd came along and started doing this thing once, twice a year because he had bad hands, dudes was fighting 3 or 4 times a year. Now dudes only fight once, twice a year. They doing what Floyd Mayweather's doing. It's copycat. Ain't nobody following Manny Pacquiao. Ain't nobody trying to be the next Manny Pacquiao and end up working for their adversary and Floyd Mayweather and being an underboss to being an employee to Floyd Mayweather. PBC is Floyd Mayweather company. Who's trying to be like Manny Pacquiao? What influence Pacquiao had on the game? None. Everybody trying to chase Floyd. Everybody trying to do Floyd money. Everybody trying to mimic Floyd. Everybody trying to fight once or twice like Floyd. Even Manny Pacquiao following in Floyd's footsteps. Trying to save his financial career by messing with Al. How y'all keep trying to be like Floyd? So you talking about impact? And you talking about, well, you really ain't fought, you know, since 2015 and this, that, and the third. Hey, man, I'd rather take the quality over quantity. I whooped all them this decade. I ain't got to fight the full 10 years to prove shit. If I whooped everybody y'all said other than Andre Ward that's up for the award, how can they be better than me if I beat them? If they all following me and fight once or twice a year, how can they be better than me and they follow my blueprint? Come on. If they're talking A side, B side, they talking financials through the media, you know what I'm saying? They following my vital drug testing that I implemented in boxing. How can they be better than me? What have they brought? What have they innovated to the sport? They whole style scream Floyd Mayweather. What is that? What Pacquiao brings to the sport? What he gonna be remembered for? Business wise, nothing. Earl Spence, what he doing? He following after Mayweather. A side, B side, 60-40. That's Floyd Mayweather. Once, twice a year. That's Floyd Mayweather. Keith Thurman, his whole career, following Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? His influence and his impact inside and outside the ring is second to none in the last 20 years. Him and Al Heyman has turned the boxing into something else. Now, do I like all these things? Absolutely not. But it's the reality of it. I'm not glorifying them. It's the reality of, it's the reality. I whooped y'all. Y'all follow my blueprint. Y'all trying to walk like me, talk like me, be like me, handle y'all business like me, fight like me. Come on, what else what more else can I say in my Jay-Z voice, man? Floyd Mayweather, Boxing Writers Association's Fighter of the Decade. Deal with it, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Appreciate the love, support, and check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, at thehelpblaze.com. Promo code GoodFella1Boxing. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Congratulations to Floyd Mayweather, boxing writers, fighter of the decade. I ain't got no problem with it. One time for the one time. We gone.